You're the chosen one. You did not come into this world as an ordinary person. Even your genes are aware. You are the extraordinary one. You have courage in your codes. You have inspiration. You have power. Laboratories cannot measure your potential because you came to this game with selected genes. There is the echo of victory in your every cell. Now stand up, write 77 in the comments, because the world is not ready for your energy. Your genetic destiny is calling you to the top, and you are the one who will not leave this call unanswered. A turning point is rapidly approaching, one that will shatter the carefully crafted facade of everything once believed to be true. The time has arrived for a legal authority to step into the open, bringing to light the full truth that has long been concealed. Every carefully hidden agenda, every contested clause, and every questionable division of assets is about to be exposed for all to see. This is no simple revelation. It is the authoritative power of the law, backed by indisputable evidence, coming forward to rewrite the narrative. What others have hidden behind complicated language and dense paperwork will no longer remain buried. The trail left behind by money has always been clear, and this legal expert will uncover it. Brace for impact, because the real motives behind this will are about to be laid bare. Some will see their fortunes slip away, while others will finally reclaim what was always rightfully theirs. This is the inevitable consequence of truth breaking free from the shackles of deception. They believed time would wash away the evidence. They thought their positions of influence could keep them immune from discovery. In their arrogance, they imagined you would stay in the shadows, a forgotten figure in a tale they controlled. Yet, the universe records every action. The doorbell rings, and in steps the one who has carried the weight of truth for so long. With documents in hand, this figure brings an end to the false narrative that has surrounded you. This is not just an unveiling. This is destiny, acting at the perfect moment, the right time, ensuring justice is delivered with precision. The final curtain is about to fall, and when it does, the entire story will be rewritten. The hour has arrived, and it is no coincidence that this moment is now. You have prepared for this day without even knowing it. Every covert attempt to hide what was yours now collapses. What was once hidden behind smiles, in boardrooms, and guarded discussions is about to unravel. Those who thought they could secure their stolen wealth in secret will now face the reality of their exposed actions. The sleep they once enjoyed, comfortable and filled with ill-gotten gain, is over. The cosmic alarm has sounded, and they are awakening to the harsh truth that their betrayal has been uncovered. Be ready, for this is not a soft revelation. It will tear apart their false sense of security with the weight of karmic justice long overdue. If you feel the abundance of divine love in your heart, now is the time to share it. You can help spread God's blessings by clicking the Super Thank You button on YouTube and contributing $20 or more. This divine gift will touch not only your life, but the souls of many through this platform. Each of you has a sacred place in God's grand design, and your generosity will be the fruit of our prayers. Act now. Share your blessings to glorify His kingdom, for you were created to do even greater things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. The wealth tied to your name has always been more than just numbers in a bank or assets on paper. It's the essence of your spirit, woven into the very fabric of time. This inheritance isn't merely a transaction of money, it's a reconnection to your birthright, a restoration of what was always meant for you. Have you ever wondered why family members change their tune why the so-called guardians of your wealth seemed so elusive, or why the will was constantly delayed. In a universe ruled by order, nothing happens by chance. The universe is simply aligning to bring what was once hidden back into its rightful place. What was once thought of as protection turned out to be a well-constructed conspiracy. They tampered with signatures, twisted documents in the dead of night, and masked their greed with false promises during the day. Their lies were not just whispers. They stretched across boardrooms, banks, and even family gatherings. Each deliberate deception was designed to reroute your rightful inheritance into their pockets. They set up invisible corporations, masked their tracks through offshore accounts, and manipulated legalities with forged stamps. Some even went so far as to claim that the will had been lost forever, buried in mysterious fires, flooded offices, or conveniently misplaced during office moves. Betrayal has a way of weaving itself into the very fabric of everyday life, often hidden in plain sight, only to be exposed when the time is right. In this case, the level of deceit escalated to a point where secrecy became a lifestyle. What was once done behind closed doors, meetings in luxurious settings funded by your own hard-earned wealth, celebratory dinners masked as casual affairs, and subtle discussions veiled in secrecy, has now reached the tipping point. Each person playing their part in a meticulously crafted act, whether as the comforting confidant, the messenger who appeared lost in confusion, or the advisor pushing you to let go, has unwittingly sealed their own fate. The moments that should have been filled with family joy, such as birthdays and holidays, were instead marked by betrayal, as false fronts were maintained. These were not just trivial gestures, they were calculated acts of deceit, designed to protect their hidden motives while you remained unaware. The reality of the situation is that no amount of deception can alter the inevitable course of justice. The universe, unlike the schemes of man, records everything, every transfer of wealth, every manipulated paper, and every whispered agreement. The forces that control fate are now scrutinizing the tangled web of lies, ready to expose it all. Those who once believed they could pull the strings from behind the scenes now feel the weight of their own vulnerability, realizing they were mere players in a larger, far more powerful narrative. This is the moment when their influence is shattered, and the truth they fought so desperately to bury rises to the surface. While you may have continued with your life, feeling the weight of something wrong but unable to pinpoint it, an individual with relentless dedication moved through the labyrinth of falsehoods. This was no ordinary legal figure, but one who has spent years, even decades, preparing for this single moment. Armed with nothing but the sharp precision of the law, this investigator has methodically unraveled each layer of deception. Every overlooked detail, every forgotten document, was pieced together until the truth, no longer elusive, came into clear focus. This pursuit was not just about uncovering evidence. It was about restoring what had been rightfully yours. The truth that has been uncovered is undeniable. Every attempt to conceal it crumbles beneath the weight of the evidence. The paper trails, once carefully obscured, now lie exposed for all to see. Bank statements reveal the quiet transactions that took place just before the passing, and emails once considered secure show a slip of the tongue, betraying the true intent behind their actions. Witnesses, unable to continue hiding their knowledge of the truth, are now willing to testify. Forensic analysis has verified the tampering of key documents, proving beyond a shadow of a doubt that the alterations were deliberate. This is not merely truth, it is the undeniable, raw essence of what has been concealed. For those on the receiving end of this revelation, it is a force so powerful there is no turning back. The legal system, once a barrier to truth, is now aligned in your favor. Where once the system was an enigma designed to obfuscate, it now acts with precision, cutting through the distractions and lies. When alternative documents were presented, they were exposed as fraudulent, created after the alleged dates of signing. When discrepancies regarding assets were claimed, evidence from independent sources painted an entirely different picture. What was hidden is now public, and the truth has come forward in ways that cannot be ignored. As the layers of deceit continue to fall apart, those who once played the role of protectors now find themselves cornered. The accountant who helped conceal the truth, the paralegal who facilitated fraudulent documents, each of them is now offering testimony in exchange for leniency. What was once a tightly held secret is now a crumbling edifice, as each conspirator turns on the other, trying to distance themselves from the fallout. The fear that gripped them is not just about the legal consequences. They now fear the truth being exposed to the public, to their peers, and to their families. What they once believed would bring them comfort now serves only to bind them in chains of guilt and impending exposure. The riches they once held so proudly are now nothing but a burden, each possession becoming a reminder of their imminent downfall. The homes that once felt like fortresses now feel like prisons. The luxury they so deeply desired now weighs them down, no longer a symbol of success, but of impending ruin. Sleep becomes elusive, peace a distant memory, as the weight of their actions begins to destroy their physical and mental well-being. The stress of it all manifests in every aspect of their lives, forcing them to turn inward and face the reality they cannot escape. Relationships once solid begin to crack under the pressure, and the web of deceit they spun slowly unravels. The very legal advisors who once reassured them now bring them the hard truth. The evidence is overwhelming, and there is no denying it any longer. The once imposing legal barriers they constructed now serve to expose their guilt. The settlements they offered, made in desperation, come too late to undo the damage. Their once carefully crafted escape routes no longer exist, and the walls that seemed so impenetrable now close in around them. The time for evasion is over, and their fate is sealed. As you stand on the precipice of this monumental moment, the news you've awaited is being delivered. This is not merely a message. This is destiny being fulfilled. Whether it comes via phone, email, or in person, the moment is now, and the truth that was once hidden is finally coming into the light. The documents you receive will confirm everything you felt but could not prove. With official seals and court orders in hand, you will be shown the truth. Everything that was stolen, every deceitful action will now be returned to you, with the force and finality of universal justice. What was once lost, hidden in dark corners and guarded by falsehoods, is now being brought into the light. The truth of the original will is revealed, and no amount of hiding will stop its exposure. The time has come for justice to take its rightful course, and with it, all the evidence and proof necessary to confirm the righteousness of your claim. This is not just a legal victory, it is a spiritual correction, a cosmic realignment that has been set in motion by forces far beyond the reach of human hands. The pieces are in place, and now the universe is correcting the flow, restoring what was taken, and ensuring that you receive everything that was always meant for you. The restoration of what was once yours is no mere shift in material wealth. It is a return to balance and power. The forces that once seemed against you are now aligned in your favor, and what was stolen is being returned with speed and accuracy. The wealth once denied is now rushing back to you, not just as material gain, but as the reclamation of your rightful place. With this return comes not only abundance, but a deeper understanding of your own power. You are now in a position to handle this wealth with the wisdom and clarity that only true justice can bring. What once felt lost is now being returned to you, not in fragments, but in its full, rightful form. Your destiny is being restored. The moment has arrived to leave behind the struggles of the past and step into an era of opportunity. This isn't merely a shift in material wealth, it's a profound transformation that brings with it the return of all that was once withheld. Everything that was once out of reach, your assets, your legacy, your rightful possessions, is now being restored, faster than you could ever imagine. The gears of restoration have started to turn, and their motion is swift and relentless. As the rightful ownership is reclaimed, it's not just money that changes hands, it's the energy of power itself, flowing back to where it always belonged. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace be upon you today. I am here to remind you of a profound truth. Our existence is grounded in God's divine plan, unshaken by the temporal concerns of the world. As the Bible says, whatever is done in faith will return to God in abundant blessing. Luke 6:38. Like that great oak tree, our roots are deeply rooted in God's universal truth. Every step we take, every stand we take, is secured by His strength. And now, you are being offered the opportunity to be part of that blessing. When you use the Super Thank You button and donate $100, this movement will return to you 100-fold in abundance. The very forces that once conspired to block your path now work in your favor. The institutions that once created barriers now clear your way. Procedures that took forever to complete now happen almost instantaneously. Systems that once slowed you down now propel you forward with unimaginable speed. Watch as the things you were denied access to begin appearing effortlessly in your life. Properties you never thought you'd own, accounts you never thought you'd see, and investments flowing back into your control. Every single piece is falling into place. Imagine your spirit as a wellspring of living water, long held in reserve, now bursting forth like a mighty river, cutting through dry land. A river that nourishes every parched field it touches and brings forth life in every corner of the earth. A shift has occurred within you, and it is mirrored in the world around you. It's as if the world has finally recognized your place in it, and everything that once felt distant now feels like it has always belonged to you. The transformation in your heart and mind has set in motion a cascade of blessings that ripple through your everyday life. Every door that once resisted your gentle knock now swings open with the ease of a well-oiled gate welcoming a returning friend. The phone, which used to fall silent, now rings with warm greetings and affirmations before you even have a chance to finish dialing. In every interaction, from the familiar smiles at the local coffee shop to the courteous nods from neighbors on the street, there is a new sense of belonging, a clear, undeniable acknowledgement that you are finally home in this grand tapestry of life. Your life is now reflecting the truth of your inner renewal. Once, you might have felt like an outsider looking in, as though you were wandering in a desert of neglect and isolation. But now, every step you take is met with open arms and welcoming hearts. It is as if the universe itself is congratulating you, sending signals in the form of kind gestures, unexpected invitations, and serendipitous meetings that all serve to remind you that you are cherished and valued. This isn't the work of mere chance. It is the manifestation of a deep spiritual reawakening, a vibrational alignment that has recalibrated your entire being and set you on a new path toward abundance. You see, this change is not a random occurrence, nor is it a fleeting moment of good fortune. It is the fruit of persistent faith and the result of a deliberate, heart-centered shift. The same energy that once stirred inside you, whispering of untapped potential and unseen blessings, is now boldly declaring its presence in every aspect of your life. It's as though the very fabric of reality has been rewoven, and in that intricate pattern, every thread points to your renewed purpose. The transformation you feel is the same divine power that has sustained great pioneers of hope and prosperity, a power that assures you that your time has come. There is a divine orchestration at work here, one that meticulously orders even the smallest details of your life. Every connection, every small act of kindness, every piece of encouragement is part of a larger plan designed to restore what has always been yours by right. This is a call to recognize that you are not a passive recipient of fate, but an active participant in a dynamic and ever-unfolding miracle. The renewed energy coursing through you is attracting opportunities and resources that seem to materialize just when you need them most, reaffirming that your journey is guided by wisdom beyond human understanding. In the language of everyday life, it's like the slow, steady hum of a well-tuned engine that now roars to life, driving you forward with unstoppable momentum. The weight of past disappointments is lifting, replaced by a lightness of being that comes from knowing you are valued and destined for greater things. Every moment now is infused with the promise of renewal and the certainty that the blessings you once dreamed of are becoming your reality. Your renewed vibrational energy is a beacon, drawing to you all the people, ideas, and opportunities that will propel you into a future filled with hope, abundance, and joy. This grand transformation isn't just a change in circumstance, it is a profound internal shift that redefines how you interact with the world. It's a celebration of your resilience, a testimony to the power of faith, and an invitation to step fully into the destiny you have long awaited. With every step you take, every door that opens, and every kind word you hear, know that you are embraced by a power far greater than any challenge. Your life is now a living sermon of promise and possibility, a sacred narrative written by the hands of divine providence and set to the rhythm of your own awakened heart. As you continue on this blessed journey, let this transformation be your constant reminder that you are not defined by your past, but by the limitless potential of your future. Embrace the flow of abundance, celebrate each new opportunity, and live each day with the joyful confidence that you are indeed a cherished child of a gracious universe. Your rightful place in the greater story of life is now clear. You are not merely a spectator, you are the author of the narrative that has been waiting for you to claim it. Where your name was once excluded, now it stands in bold. Where your presence was once dismissed, now it is irrefutable. No longer will you be made to feel as though you misunderstood your position. The truth that was once hidden is now unveiled, and with it, your place is cemented. Every loss has been returned with greater value, every challenge met with newfound strength. You stand now in the full glory of your rightful place, where you always belonged. The forces of the universe have always kept perfect records. The human schemes that sought to alter your path were nothing more than illusions. What they thought they could manipulate has been corrected by a higher order. The cosmic law is not bound by human limitations, and in the end, the truth has always won. Those who sought to control your destiny have now been exposed, and in their fall, the universe's grand design unfolds with impeccable precision. This is more than just a legal victory. It is the manifestation of the divine justice you were always meant to receive. Your perseverance through the struggles of the past has forged you into someone uniquely capable of handling the immense abundance that now flows toward you. What once seemed like an insurmountable challenge now appears as a test of your inner strength, patience, and wisdom. Through every moment of doubt and hardship, you learned the art of self-reliance. You grew into someone capable of seeing beyond the immediate, tuning into a deeper understanding of the world and your place within it. It is this wisdom that will guide you as you steward the wealth that is now returning to you. Now is the time to share God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube. You can contribute to His plan and be a part of this divine mission with a donation of $100 or more. Every gift reflects God's generosity, and I believe it will return to you exponentially far beyond your expectations. Remember, His protection and blessing is on your every step and every donation. You become part of His divine plan. You are a strong, radiant being, unshakable as His mighty rock. Witness God's miracles, feel the fruits of your generosity in your soul, and illuminate the world with confidence and courage. Be blessed and let the light of the Lord guide your path. The way you view abundance has transformed. What once may have seemed like something to squander now feels like a precious tool to be used with purpose. The lessons you've learned throughout this journey have shown you how to use what is being returned to you for the highest good, not just for your own gain, but for the collective good. You now understand that true wealth is not simply financial. It is a deep and abiding connection to your higher purpose, which you will now fulfill with the resources at your disposal. Your growth has been felt not only by you, but by everyone around you, and this transformation will ripple through others in ways you cannot yet fully comprehend. As this chapter of your life closes and the new one begins, the timing of it all is flawless. Every obstacle, every delay, was preparing you for this exact moment. You now see clearly the purpose behind every challenge you faced and how it contributed to your evolution. The wisdom you have gained along the way will guide you as you move forward, helping you to navigate the new responsibilities that come with your restored fortune. This is not the end. It is just the beginning, and the journey that once seemed uncertain now shines brightly before you. The universe's precision is unmatched, and today, everything that has been recorded in its vast ledger comes into alignment. The injustices that once held you back are now corrected, and what was stolen is rightfully yours. As the legal documents arrive, the transformation is undeniable. They bring with them not just confirmation of your material wealth, but the spiritual vindication of your journey. Everything that was meant for you has been returned, and in the process, you are elevated to a new level of understanding, capability, and power. Your name, once obscured, now stands as a testament to your resilience, your strength, and your unbreakable connection to the divine forces that guide your path. This is the restoration you've waited for, but it is far more than a mere transfer of wealth. It is the return of power, your power. The universe has always kept track of what was yours, and now it's delivering it back to you, not just as material wealth, but as the full expression of your true potential. The past struggles now make sense as the final pieces fall into place. Everything that once seemed lost has been returned with interest. The will, once hidden, now stands as public record, a symbol of your victory, your rightful place in the world, and the enduring power of divine justice. The universe is now balancing the scales, and your destiny is unfolding exactly as it was always meant to be.